Bitcoin and stablecoins are naturally kind of co-evolving to both reinforce the dollar system around the world. Lots of folks don't want to hold their local currencies; they want to hold dollars, and mobile payments allow them to get access to these stablecoins in a very frictionless way, and they can store their value in Bitcoin to hold for the long term. I think that system allowing to sort of flourish is naturally aligned with U.S. national security interests over the long term. We sort of saw this in the emergence of the dollar system in general. Like there was debates early on in the 50s as kind of the offshore Eurodollar system got started. There was just sort of shadow banks, unregulated financial institutions in England, and then started sprouting up around the world, just intermediating dollar flows, dollar transactions, completely opaque, right? Facilitating all sorts of unknown, a lot of nefarious activity. And there was this tension, I think, at the highest levels in the U.S. government about how much to sort of let that flourish, how much to let that sort of unregulated dollar system emerge. Recognizing there's inherent trade-offs. There's an inherent cost to allowing bad actors to use these systems. And I think they made the strategic calculation that in the long run, having the world dollarize, having this offshore dollar system develop, was in the strategic interest of the United States. And so there's always costs and benefits. And I think we're existing in a world where we can't just write the rules for everyone, right? It's a competitive system. China has an option on the table. A lot of countries in the Middle East have capital that they can deploy and systems that they want to construct with their own sovereign stack. And so we have to be operating from a position of sort of values first, but recognizing what's our competitive advantage. And it's sort of open versus closed. It's sort of innovative versus sclerotic, bottom up versus top down. I think that's the ethos of Bitcoin.